Regarding number 5, while we greatly appreciate you guys taking the step to correct your mistake that you did on November 2nd, 2020, a mistake that you did where you removed the public speaking from the curriculum, from the agenda, I'm appreciating that you guys are bringing it back, but I'm against this because you're bringing it with limitations. I don't feel if something was not broken, why you try to fix it in the first place, and then now you're trying to fix it again, but not correcting it properly. If you're going to allow us to speak, allow us to give us the time that we allowed. If someone wants to donate time to us, let them donate. You're still restricting us, and in the sense of what you're doing is also restricting us to only one day. So if someone can't make it that meeting, they have to wait until the following month to try to make it to the meeting. While you guys have other meetings, why waste the time? Have a 15, 20 minutes, an hour before each meeting, or before, just like how we have here the audience, and have us come and speak freely what we would like to share with you what's going on in our county. And as you all know, there's been a lot going on in our county within the last 2 years. There's a lot of tremendous amount of people migrating here, and everyone is confused, have things they want to figure out, and they need to bring it to your attention. So please consider that. And don't make this political. Just make it about the residents of Osceola. Thank you very much.
Thanks for allowing me to speak today. Obviously, again, on item 5. As Mark alluded, in 2020, a commissioner introduced a resolution to limit us on our speaking at your meetings, which you're now attempting to correct and repeal today. Now, the same commissioners that asked for it to be introduced in 2020 is asking for it to be brought back today to be changed. Coincidentally, those commissioners are running for re-election. We went through the statutes before with you, but just to reiterate, 286-0114 allows you guys to make rules on how we're heard. It gives you very, very small latitude on the rules that can be created. You can create a rule on how long we're allowed to talk. You've done that, 3 minutes. It allows you to make a rule on how groups and donation of time is made. You've done that. It allows you to create a rule on how we notify you that we want to speak. You've done that. It allows you to designate a period of time in the meeting. You've done that. It's called hear the audience. It does not provide you a rulemaking authority to limit what we speak about or that we speak one time a month. I'm aware of no other county that does a single meeting with only one item on the agenda, public comment, which you're attempting to do today. Why don't you take the one commissioner's suggestion and do it at the end of business meetings, 20, 30, 40 minutes? Since January 1st, you guys have had 6 meetings, not including today. The longest meeting was 25 minutes. The average, just 16. So if you add 20 or 30 minutes at the end of a meeting, that should be plenty of time for us to bring up whatever we need. I've never seen more than 20 minutes of public comment, except during coal ash. Now, just in closing, we've been down this sunshine road before. You're aware of it. Do you really want to go down that path again?
Which I hope you'll pull and discuss separately. I'd like some more details on this resolution. Had I not been at your February 28th workshop and heard the discussion, I'd have been lost halfway down page 1. Commission public comment meetings. Huh? That's a new term. Appearing here out of nowhere, no explanation, definition, or schedule. Does this replace the second commission meeting of the month as discussed at the workshop? If so, shouldn't the resolution say that? And remember that a plan to go to 2 business meetings, first and third weeks, was before this same board June 3rd of 2019, consent agendas 9 and 10, after public comment, discussion, and noting the number of months when holidays would take out one of those dates, leaving only 1 meeting, you decided that the board could not do the county's business on that schedule and unanimously removed it from the agenda. If it was a bad idea then, is it a good idea now? I wonder about another aspect of these public comment meetings. If no business is done there, what's the expectation of a quorum? By the rules in section 5, it would be possible for there to be a meeting with, say, 3 people signed up to speak for 3 minutes each. So our commissioners are going to be expected to drive a long way through the traffic from hell at rush hour to hear 9 minutes worth of input? And How receptive to these concerns can anybody possibly be once they get here? I watched county government pretty closely for just under 50 years. I don't recall listening to the public ever being an issue before. Commissioners seem to accept that as part of the job they ask voters to give them. There's a Christmas special where Charlie Brown's having issues with the holiday, and Linus says, "You're the only person I know who can take a wonderful season like Christmas and turn it into a problem." Well, this is the only government group I know that can take a wonderful thing like citizen involvement and turn it into a problem. You had a great system going when general public comment came at the end of meetings. You were already here, your business was handled, it worked just fine. As Mark said, it was not broke, but you fixed it anyway. I ask you to go ahead and repeal 20-162R, revise or just skip 22-197R, and simply go back to that proven system.
Today I just want to talk about the concerns about number 5. Of course, that's what people seem to be concerned about today mostly. The involvement that it has with you as the commission meetings. Prior to COVID, all past commissions have allowed open public comments at each meeting, which also allowed time sharing between citizens on important issues. You propose plan limits for the citizens involving, but create undue hardship by requiring online sign-up the Friday to request to speak. That in itself might create a little bit of a challenge for people. In addition to being concerned about the once a month item being able to come out and speak, I also caution you, the community, the county, the citizens, it's changing. This is an ever-changing community. And with the need we have for representation in the Latino community, I do suggest that at every meeting, we have people that can either translate, be there so that the citizens, taxpayers, are heard and are comfortable in their language. I speak perfect English, but I also understand that some people do need a little bit of help to get their message across. So I think just to be fair to the citizens of this community, and if there were another language that were the majority in our community, then I would suggest you have someone that speaks that language. It's not a Spanish versus English topic. It's a topic about our citizens and fair and equitable representation. And I think that's what we need to really look and focus. I don't agree with the fact that you want to make it one meeting, when I think the people should be heard. They've elected you. You're here because they've elected you. They want to be heard. And when you're running and campaigning, they're listening to you. You're listening to them. That shouldn't change at this point of the game. I mean, they should be heard regardless of the situation that they want to bring. They don't come out to talk. Their schedules are probably very busy, and if they can make it to get here just once a month, that's challenging. If it's twice a month, it's a little more for them, for us. So I just caution you to just be a little more careful how we finalize this. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, Commissioners. First off, I am glad that you were bringing this forward and actually talking about bringing back the public forum. It is definitely a step in the right direction, because what you were directing people to do in place of it was not working. For example, I emailed each of you back in, I believe it was November, about this subject. I only got a response for whoever answers email for Commissioner Chowdhury. So what we're discussing today, this resolution, okay, it'll restore the public forum, sort of, but not really. So I stand against this resolution, and I stand against it because separate meetings for the public comment continues to limit people from addressing you. It is already hard enough for folks to attend a meeting in the first place. You know, 1:30 in the afternoon on a Monday does not work for most working folks. And 5:30 in the afternoon, most folks are stuck in coming home in the horrible traffic we have here in Osceola County. Y'all don't need to complicate this. Keep it simple. Restore the public forum fully at all meetings. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Okay. I would like to say thank you for Resolution 22-197R, but I cannot support it for the following reasons. Okay. Number one, although I'm glad that the resolution states that it will allow citizens to address the county board prior to voting on items on the agenda, I don't like it. What I don't like is that it doesn't allow the public to discuss any other issues besides the one printed on the agenda. Number two, in order to discuss any other issues, we're being told that we have to wait for a designated public comment meeting. What guarantee do I have that on that day my commissioner will be present in order for me to bring up my concerns? What guarantee do we have that we will have quorum on that day at the meeting and it will not be canceled because the commissioners were absent, making us wait until the next designated meeting? 3. A few months ago, a citizen was told that he couldn't express himself in Spanish, giving the impression that this board is not interested in listening to a speaker if the person doesn't know English. Osceola is a county where almost 60% of the population is Spanish speaking. The resolution does not clarify if accommodations will be allowed for somebody that doesn't know or speak English that well. What about the county providing translation services during all the meetings or allowing the speaker to bring along a translator to help him or her to speak? What about time accommodation for members with disabilities? It needs to be stated in the resolution. Again,